Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, the National Anthem, and the Alma Mater. The Alma Mater may be found in your program on page 3.
Seniors and guests on the stage, you may be seated. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the commencement ceremony of the Gahanna Lincoln High School class of 2016. For those who may not know, my name is Bobby Dodd. I'm the principal at Lincoln High School. Before we get started, I would like to introduce our guests who are with us on the stage. Guests, please give a slight wave to acknowledge the audience when I announce your name. We have the pastor of Peace Lutheran Church, Doug Warburton. Interim Superintendent, Mr. Scott Schmidt. Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Beth Seats. Treasurer, Mr. Julio Valaderas. Board of Education President, Mrs. Burl Pickle-Antonia. Board member, Mr. Matt Campbell. Board Member Mrs. Daphne Mooring. Board Member Mr. Jason Phillips. To my left, we have Assistant Principal Mr. Chuck Banks. Athletic Director Mr. Dustin Cullen. Assistant Principal Mr. Ron Folks. Assistant Principal Mr. Tim Galliardo. Dean of Curriculum Ms. Tia Holloman. Assistant Principal Dr. Art Prince. Assistant Principal Mrs. Cherie Wright. And Assistant Superintendent of Eastland Fairfield Career Center Mrs. Caroline Davis. Not on the stage with us, but still deserving thanks for coming back each year and helping us with graduation is former Assistant Principal Ralph Walton. It's a long-standing Gahanna tradition to have a member of the local ministerial staff speak at our commencement ceremony. The Ministerial Association selects a speaker for this event each year. This year's speaker is Pastor Doug Warburton. Pastor Warburton has been pastor of Peace Lutheran on Clark State Road in Gahanna since 2004. A native of Columbus, Doug graduated from Ohio University in 1990. Doug attended seminary at Trinity Lutheran Seminary from 1995 to 1999. He has two sons, AJ and Matthew. Doug married his wife Laura in August of 2014 and joined a family with her two daughters, Stephanie and Natalie. Their family resides in Gahanna. It is my privilege and honor to introduce a man who has great passion and pride for the community of Gahanna, Pastor Doug Warburton.
Thank you, Mr. Dodd. Graduates or soon-to-be graduates, how you doing? Oh, come on. I know you got more than that. How you doing? It's a little better. We can wake up, be excited. Here's what I want to do. I want to start off because you see all these people that are gathered around you today. They have put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, a lot of tears and a lot of sweat and a lot of joy to lead you to the place where you are now. So what I want to do first is I want you all to stand up. Yeah, stand up. And I want you to turn and look at your loved ones out here, and I want you to celebrate them with a loud, thunderous cheer. Well done. Now you can sit back down because I'm going to talk for about 45 minutes. Well done. Thank you for all the work that you have done. They wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your love, your care, your support. Thank you. A lot of you don't know who I am. Some of you do. I am a graduate of Worthington High School, now Thomas Worthington, exactly 30 years ago, which is hard to believe, 30 years ago. And then I went on to the Ohio University in Athens. How many of you are future Bobcats? Come on, future Bobcats. How many of you are future Bobcats? All right. The rest of you, somewhere along the way, you may consider transferring. As long as it's not from Miami. So, I want to start with a little word of introduction about my own graduation from Worthington 30 years ago. I was late for the ceremony at Mershon Auditorium here at Ohio State, and my parents had left early to go and get seats and make sure that they were in place. And this was a day and an age before cell phones. And for some unknown reason, I still can't remember why, I didn't have a key to the house. But I was running late, so I grabbed my gown, grabbed my cap, my hat, and I flew out the front door, and as soon as I closed the door, I felt this tug. And I turned back and realized that my gown was caught in the front door. So I had a moment of panic, wondering what in the heck am I going to do now? So I ran across the street to our good friend and neighbor, Mrs. Rogers, told her my dilemma, And she came running over, assessed the situation, and then ran back into her house, came out a minute later with the saving tool, scissors. And she proceeded to cut my gown as neatly as she could out of the front door, and I flew off to graduation. Now, as luck would have it, we and Mershon, the graduates, were all up on the stage, and all of the families were out in the audience. And so when I stood up front, facing out, the front looked okay. I was fortunate in that regard, but the back of my gown had this big, wide opening that was a little bit awkward. So all the families, I looked fine. But to all the students seated behind me, I looked ridiculous. And as luck would have it, the student directly behind me, his name was Corey. Pastors aren't supposed to say this, but I hated Corey. Corey was mean. He was one of the bullies from like kindergarten on, and Corey always had it out for me for some unknown reason. And Corey looked at me as though he wanted to like squish this little bug seated in front of him, and with the scowl on his face, looked at me and said, "Warburton, you are a unique piece of work." Now, when he first said that, I felt about this high. I felt like he'd really just slammed me. But then I thought about it. And I've thought about those words ever since. You are a unique piece of work. There's truth in that statement. And I want you to hear it. You are a unique piece of work. Let me drop a little bit of science tidbits on you. Now, this may seem at first a little bit gross, but I hope you find it fascinating. Did you know that every single day you shed 10 billion flakes of skin? You may want to clean a little bit more often. 10 billion flakes of skin every single day. So 1 month from now, you will have an entirely new set of skin from the skin that you currently have at this very moment. You're being reshaped, reformed all the time. One more little fact for you. Every minute, you have 300 million cells that die and new ones that are formed. So physically, you are being reshaped and reformed all the time. But here's something else. The same holds true intellectually. Intellectually, you have been shaped and formed by this vast mix of experiences and things that you have been a part of. Now, this class, 2016, you have a combination of experiences among you that include a lot of great successes. This class has done some great things. 53 valedictorians. Yeah. Cheer for yourself, 53 valedictorians. Some of you were a part of the All-State Jazz Ensemble. One of you made it 3 years in a row. Where's Jalen? Yeah? Think you are shaped and formed by those experiences. Well done, 3 years in a row. Some of you participated in this science, engineering, business competition called Believe in Ohio. 4 of you, I believe. Wayne, Nikki, Sarah, Hallie, where are you? Yeah, timidly waving. Way to represent, way to bring home some scholarship money, some prize money. Some of you were a part of teams that brought home some hardware. Baseball team. Where are you? Yeah, some of you. Softball. Well done. We are proud of you. Boys tennis. Girls track and field. Woohoo! And there's so many other teams we could represent and lift up here. How about the band going to Toronto and marching in Ohio Stadium? Think of the experiences that provided you, things that you will remember for the rest of your lives. Some of you are a part of choir and drama and orchestra. Some of you represented your school at DECA and represented it like so many years in a row Gahanna has done. Well done. But let me also point something else out. While we could list so many other accomplishments and achievements that this class has been a part of, you've also experienced failures. Some of you were a part of teams that didn't win. Some of you didn't make the teams. And some of you, if you're like me when I was in high school, you'd have to double your GPA in order to get to a 4.0. All of this, including the losses that you've experienced. Some of you are wearing pins to remember loved ones who aren't here today. All of these things that you've experienced have added up to make exactly one you. There's just one. One you. Now, over the years, Gahanna has had some people who, just like you, sat here, graduated, and went on to do some amazing, great things. When we asked one another, who are some famous Gahanna graduates? Most recently, when I asked that question, there are 3-4 names that seem to come up more than any other. Yolanda Harris, who graduated, obviously, and is now with ABC 6, Fox 28. Some of you remember Will Trapp playing for Columbus Crew SC. Some of you may remember Phil Klein. He's a Peace member now pitching for the Texas Rangers. All of these individuals, we could name so many more who've gone on to do great things representing Gahanna well. But let me point something out. While they motivate us and inspire us, what I want you to hear loud and clear is the world doesn't need another Yolanda, Will, or Phil. While they've done great things and continue to do great things, and you can be motivated and inspired by them, you have something that they don't have. As a matter of fact, this class has something that no other graduating class in the history of Gahanna Lincoln High School has. You. It has you. The person who has been formed and shaped by the combination of experiences that only you have. And so what the world needs is for you to be more of what you have been designed and formed to be, because only you have that. So in closing, here's what I want to say. May you be inspired by the words that were meant to be an insult and were turned motivational. May you, graduating class of 2016, realize that you are a unique piece of work. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Warburton. At this time, we will recognize and present to you the valedictorians in the top 5% of the class of 2016. A valedictorian is any individual that has a 4.0 cumulative grade point average or higher. The top 5% students had the highest cumulative grade point averages in the class. Mr. Chuck Banks will read the names. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. Morning. All right. Naeem Abu Baker. Samuel Agronoff, top 5%. Sabrina Allen. Nithika Badam. top 5%. Vince Bella, top 5%. Robert Bolks. Hannah Bryan. Theo Burkhart. Anthony Cooney. Branton Cummins. Elizabeth Day, top 5%. Eden Friedman, top 5%. Natalie Goldfine Kilway, top 5%. Jamie Husami, top 5%. Thomas Hurtubise, top 5%. Matthew Jacoby, top 5%. Allison Johnson. Madeline Johnson, top 5%. Tori Katzmeyer, top 5%. Zachary Kirkendall. Michael Kittle. Michael Cromer, top 5%. Christopher Kushowski, top 5%. Casey Lebas, top 5%. Caitlin Leonard. Libby Marks, top 5%. Nicole Mahalik, top 5%. Elizabeth Miller, top 5%. Kia Minifield, top 5%. Hallie Mooring, top 5%. Emily Molina, top 5%. Lydia Myas, top 5%. J.R. Padilla. Kendra Peterson. Bryce Redmond, top 5%. Kelly Roberson. Abu Rogers. Devin Roof. Melissa Sheets. Shannon Sloan. Nicholas Sophocleus, top 5%. Johnny Spain. Wayne Stegner. Sydney Strauss. Melina Tenorio Wood, top 5%. Austin Tor.
Alexander Veg. Kristen Wall. Megan Weibel, top 5%. Rachel Roble, top 5%. Sarah Yu, top 5%. Maya Zralik. These are your valedictorians, folks.
This time we will recognize our Student Hall of Fame. The students are nominated by their peers and staff members based on 3 important areas that we believe defines Gahanna Lincoln High School: achievements in academics, student leadership capabilities, and service to the community. The staff chooses the finalists, and then a committee of teachers and administrators choose our 3 inductees into the Hall of Fame. All of the finalists will have their names inscribed on a plaque in the Hall of Fame hallway at Gahanna Lincoln. Finalists, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing until I finish with all the names. Audience, please hold your applause until all of the names are called. Jake Chobani, Allison Holahan, Wayne Stegman. Let's have a round of applause for these outstanding finalists. We have 3 more finalists, and they are the students being inducted into the GLHS Student Hall of Fame. Their pictures and accomplishments will be inscribed on plaques and on display in the Hall of Fame hallway. In addition, the Jostens Ring Company will give each of the 3 students a custom-fitted GLHS Hall of Fame ring. At this time, I would like to individually recognize each of these students and tell you a little bit more about them. Will our first inductee, Sam Agranoff, please come to the stage? Sam had an outstanding career at Lincoln High School. He excelled in his academic endeavors as he was a 4-year letter academic winner, earned a 4.0 cumulative grade point average, was a class valedictorian. He was a member of the National Honor Society, earned the Honda OSU Math Medal Award, and a member of our award-winning DECA program at GLHS as he was placed 1st in the district competition and 5th in the state competition. He also held many leadership positions at GLHS, including Secretary for National Honor Society, Treasurer, and Regional Coordinator for the Columbus chapter of the BBYO Youth Religious Group, co-leader of the Gahanna Jewish Culture Club, and a 2-year captain of the Columbus Crew Academy soccer team. He also found some time for community service while at Gahanna in a variety of ways, including volunteering with the Columbus Crew youth camps, working at the Columbus College Fair, the BBYO Stand-Up Community Service Project, and he volunteered at the Camp Livingston Summer Camp as a counselor. Sam will be attending The Ohio State University. He was described by his peers as a positive role model for other students throughout the Gahanna-Jefferson School District. And anyone that knows Sam knows that he has a smile that will light up the room. So please join me in congratulating Sam Agranoff as a member of the Gahanna Lincoln Hall of Fame. At this time, will our second inductee, Vince Bella, please come to the stage? Vince had an accomplished career while at Gahanna Lincoln. He had many academic accomplishments during his 4 years at GLHS. He earned over a 4.0 cumulative grade point average and was class valedictorian. He was an honors diploma recipient. He was a member of the National Honor Society. He received the Presidential Award for Educational Excellence and was also a Maximus Scholarship recipient from The Ohio State University. He also had many impressive leadership positions while at Lincoln. He was president of the International Thespian Society, manager of the GLHS Yearbook, Buckeye Boys State Delegate in 2015, and recently was a student advocate for Ohio Citizens for the Arts Foundation. He also made it a point to involve himself in the community as well. He participated in performance studio community events such as Children's Theater and Creekside, which we have down at Creekside in Gahanna. He's lector for the Church of Resurrection, volunteered youth basketball coach for Shepherd Church of the Nazarene, and also participated in choir benefits for the Grin organization in Gahanna. Vince Pierce described him as dedicated, respectful, and talented in many different facets as a student. He will attend the Ohio State University. Please join me in congratulating Vince Bella as a member of our Hall of Fame. Well, our third inductee, Melina Ransom, please come to the stage. Melina had an excellent academic career at Gahanna Lincoln. Her accomplishments were numerous as she received an honors diploma, was awarded the Academic Excellence Award for 4 straight years, received the Presidential Award of Educational Excellence, and was a Provost Scholarship recipient from The Ohio State University. She also held many leadership positions during her time at Gahanna Lincoln. She was band council president, drum squad leader for AKD, secretary of the International Thespian Society. She was a link crew leader and also a member of the Renaissance Action Team. She also participated in community service events as well. She was an active member of KIFA during her freshman year and also participated in performance studio community events such as Creekside and Children's Theater. Melina describes her peers describe her as dependable, sincere, and as a role model. She will also attend The Ohio State University. Please join me in congratulating Melina Ransom as a member of our Student Hall of Fame. They just also happen to be going to Ohio State. We didn't set that up or anything. Okay, now we're getting to the part that we've been waiting for. We're going to present the class 2016. At this time, we will have Interim Superintendent Scott Schmidt come to the microphone and present the class to the Board of Education.
It is my honor and privilege as Superintendent of Gahanna-Jefferson Public Schools to present to the Gahanna-Jefferson Board of Education the students you see before you who have successfully completed all of the requirements set forth by the state of Ohio and Gahanna-Lincoln High School to receive their high school diploma and to become Gahanna-Lincoln High School graduating class of 2016. And now accepting the graduating class of 2016, Board Member Daphne Moore.
Good morning. It is with great pride that the Gahanna-Jefferson Public Schools Board of Education accepts the class of 2016 as graduates of Lincoln High School. I have been privileged to watch this group of young men and women develop into the terrific students and citizens that we see before us. You arrived as bright and curious kindergartners. Colors, days of the week, alphabet, and the first set of vocabulary words filled your half days of kindergarten. First grade was all about settling into the day-long rituals and habits of learning. By second grade, you were diving into science, making strides in reading, composition writing, and a highlight for many was a day spent at Dawes Arboretum or a park, checking out the swamp, ponds, birds, and other natural wonders. Do you remember creating replicas of Gahanna buildings in third grade? Or the climbing wall that took on new meaning when you got to carefully navigate your way up the wall? Think back to fourth grade. Who did you study as your famous Ohioan? Fifth grade may have ended with activities like BizTown or Invention Convention, and almost as much celebration as this, graduation. But then you got the clap out. Middle school was short, but critical years, full of physical and emotional growth, while classwork provided more in-depth subject challenge. And then you arrived at the high school, where you could really tailor your class choices to your needs and aspirations, where the outcome was much more dependent on what you put in the process. The opportunity to be involved in a variety of clubs, sports, our amazing music, art, and theater programs gave you a place to connect, to express, to contribute, and to learn team values and rewards. Much like Pastor Doug shared, this group of students has much to be proud of. To name a few, Gahanna-thon raised almost $27,000 for pediatric research, cancer research. That represents the largest total ever for a high school dance marathon affiliated with the Ohio State Buckeye-thon. Our Science Academy is proud that Gahanna Lions took home over 50% of all the awards from the Columbus Technical Council competition among Central Ohio high schools. 3 senior members of WGLH TV were our award-winning video production course, won awards for their excellent work by the Ohio Scholastic Media. Our marching band and a cappella choir earned across-the-board ones during their state competitions. That's awesome. 17 bioscience technology students advanced to the HOSA National Leadership Conference this June. 3 seniors placed at the Educator Rising Ohio Conference and qualified for the National Educator Conference in Boston, I believe also in June. 34 and maybe more athletes have signed to play collegiately. Impressive. You enthusiastically joined in the campaign to spread the word to end the word. And I could go on and on. The teachers, administrators, staff, and Board of Education were invested in helping you achieve your education in a logical and committed fashion. Your family has eagerly watched you grow into young adults. As you leave this stage, you will be in charge of the next phase of your life, be it college, a trade or career, the military, or a time of transition. Along with the scholarly knowledge you are taking, reflect on the growth and changes that you experience with this group of people and your family. Remember the camaraderie of your classmates, along with the simple lesson that you learned in kindergarten of treating others with kindness and compassion. Tim McGraw's hit, Humble and Kind, says it so well. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, and where's my last page? Let yourself feel the pride, but always be humble and kind. Look around to see that you have an incredible support system as you continue on life's journey. Go in pursuit of your dreams.
We will now begin the presentation of diplomas. Give our graduates a round of applause. Now to the portion of the turning of the tassels. Class of 2016, please stand. Please follow the lead of Student Council President Kelly Roberson for the turning of the tassels. Thank you, Kelly. You can be seated, class. Graduates, you can be seated. As we wrap up, I would like to introduce Elizabeth Day, National Honor Society President, and again, Kelly Roberson, Student Council President, so they can address the class of 2016 with their closing remarks.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Roberson and I'm Student Council President. We are not the same people we were walking into high school our freshman year. High school has changed each and every one of us. We've had memories that have broken us down, but we've all had memories that still make us smile and think about. We think we are so ready for the world out there, but we have no idea what's coming, and that's exciting. But high school has helped us realize that not every day is going to be a good one, but there will be days that will absolutely be amazing. We have to make sure that we use our smiles to help change the world, but we have to be careful to not let the world change our smiles. If the world ever has you down, just remember that Gahanna supports you. This class supports you. It doesn't matter if you know what you're going to do with your life or if you have everything planned out. We support you. Everyone in our community is so proud of everything that you have accomplished and everything that you will accomplish. In elementary school, I had a teacher who would always say that adults were just big children who forgot how to play. I urge you to keep your inner child with you and enjoy life's challenges ahead. Good luck in your future endeavors and congratulations.
Hi guys, my name is Liza Day and I am the NHS President. In the words of Mark Twain, the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. I don't know why we were all born, but as far as why we're all here, I think we're off to an amazing start. Some of you found out exactly why you were born during your time at GLHS. The rest of you, like me, are still searching. It's a huge world out there and the opportunities seem endless. But sometimes not knowing makes the journey all the more exciting and fun. Answers start turning into more questions and failures turn into successes, and all of it is incredible. While we might have had different attitudes about heading into the future, we were all lucky to have Gahanna Lincoln High School, a place where we could discover our loves and passions as well as help us to eliminate obvious wrong routes. I now know that anything involving calculus isn't a viable career choice. I somehow conned myself into thinking I'd eventually know what I was doing. But now, standing here, I know two things for sure. One, no calculus. And two, I walk the halls of Gahanna Lincoln High School with state champions, gifted writers, talented musicians, hilarious comedians, phenomenal actors, mathematical whiz kids, and all-around good people. Here, we met the individuals who became our close friends and our GLHS family. And now, as a class of 2016, we're sitting together, feeling pretty good in our snazzy blue and gold robes while real life awaits us outside. We are joined together by the celebration of our hard work as well as our growing excitement for the future. For those of you out there who know exactly what you want to do with your lives, I envy your decisiveness. And for the rest of us, I am confident in each of you. Our futures are diverse, but for all of us, I see nothing but success ahead. I don't know how long it'll take us to find the answers to our questions, but we'll all get there eventually. As for now, instead of focusing on the destination, enjoy the ride ahead. Gahanna Lincoln High School Class of 2016, be proud. We are kind-hearted, open-minded, strong, and ready to take on the world. Congratulations.
Class of 2016, as we go through our years in school, it seems everyone from our teachers to our parents to our relatives, they always want to ask us the question, what do we want to be when we grow up? I remember being asked the same question when I was in school. When I was a youth, I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do. For many youth and young adults in our world today, it's a difficult question to answer. But as you get older, you realize that that's not really the right question we should be asking young people. In fact, in life, you'll realize that it's not about what you want to be, but who you want to be. Because in life, it's who you want to be that's how you're going to be defined. Not what your interests are, not how much money you make, not what you do for a living. As the class of 2016, during your time at GLHS, you've learned more about yourselves. You've found out what you want to be in life. You've taken advantage of opportunities presented to you and made the most of them. Many times while you were at GLHS, you created things and other opportunities for the rest of us and for the rest of the students for years to come. You earned many accomplishments during your time, and as a school and a community, we're grateful for everything you've done for us. Class of 2016, before the administration, the staff, and the Board of Education send you out into what everybody wants to call the real world, I want to remind you a little bit about what our mascot stands for. The mascot of Lincoln, as you know, is the lion. The lion is the king of the jungle. You're a Gahanna Lincoln High School Class of 2016 graduate. Go out and find your passion in life. Go out and live your life to the fullest. And make sure you go out and be kings of the jungle and make us all proud. Graduates, audience members, this concludes our ceremony for today. Audience, please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Your student will be able to meet you in the concourse area. Please drive safely and congratulations to this class 2016.